All I ever wanted was to be a good man, to serve God, to help other people. And he gave me my chance. All my life I've had to put up with people teasing me or pushing me around just because I was smaller than the other boys, and just because I wasn't always as sharp or as popular as them. Not everyone can be cool, can they? And sometimes I guess I got into trouble just because I was trying to impress other people. I'd steal things or wind up the Romans a bit just to get some attention. But Jesus saw me differently. That first time we met, he just came up to me and smiled and said, "Follow me." And I smiled back. And I think I even laughed, and mad as it sounds, that is what I did. I followed him. For the first time in my life, I've had the confidence to be myself. That's what he does for you, Jesus. He helps you be yourself. And yeah, I know I've been following him around for 3 years, but I'm no longer just a member of the crowd. Sometimes, in order to be yourself, you have to become a disciple, and that sets you free. All I ever wanted was to be a good man and to serve God and to help other people. And through him, that is what has happened. I've done more good in the past 3 years than I ever imagined. We all have. He's helped us to become good men and women. And you know the greatest thing? He has given us hope. When you have nothing and other people look down on you, and you spend your whole time being ripped off by those more powerful and more wealthy than you, you don't know how incredible that feels. But now it is so messed up. It's got all out of hand. Even Jesus is worried. I've seen him at night brooding and praying. He hasn't slept properly for weeks. I've always been his greatest supporter, but things are really getting weird. There are people, even some who've been with us from the start, who want to proclaim him a king. You should have seen them when they came into town, the way they were waving palm branches and shouting, "Hosanna to the King." People are treating him like a god. People are talking of revolution and overthrowing the authorities. That's got to be wrong. Surely he's just a man, not a king, and most definitely not God. That's blasphemy. To be honest, I don't know. Maybe he is a king. If enough people believe it, you can be anything, right? All I know is I'm scared. I've heard them, you see. The leaders of the temple and the Romans too. I've been listening out. They're not going to let this get out of hand. The vultures and the wolves are circling. And Jesus is their chosen lamb. Maybe you're the kind of person who's happy rushing into a fight. Maybe you're the kind of person who throw their life away for a cause. But what if that cause is getting out of hand? You know what I think? We should have stayed away from Jerusalem this year. I think Jesus is really losing the plot. I think he's starting to believe what they're saying about it. I've seen it in his eyes. There's no way we're going to get away with this. Someone's got to make this stop. Don't judge me for what I do. All I've ever wanted to do was to be a good man. And what I'm going to do is for his sake, and for my sake, and for the sake of everyone.